You know the feeling of a warm, wet tongue slapping across the face, hands, or feet the moment you walk through the door? It is one of those universal canine behaviors that we instinctively translate as a doggy kiss, a pure expression of unconditional love and affection. But if you have ever stopped mid-lick and wondered what is actually going on inside your furry friend's mind, you are not alone. Canine behaviorists and evolutionary biologists have spent decades studying this exact phenomenon, and the truth is far more fascinating than a simple biological kiss. Dog licking is a highly complex, multi-layered form of communication that stretches back thousands of years to their wild ancestors. While love and affection are certainly part of the equation, there are hidden, instinctual, and medical reasons behind those wet kisses that might completely change how you view your dog's behavior. To truly understand why your dog is licking you, we have to travel back in time to the days of wild wolf packs, where licking was not a sign of affection, but a vital tool for survival. When wild wolf pups are transitioning from their mother's milk to solid food, they can't just chew on raw meat right away. When the mother wolf returns to the den after a successful hunt, the pups will eagerly gather around her, licking at her muzzle, lips, and face. This specific licking action triggers a biological reflex in the mother wolf, causing her to regurgitate partially digested food for her pups. It sounds a bit gross to us, but in the wild, this behavior is the difference between life and starvation. Even though your pampered pup sleeps on a memory foam bed and eats premium kibble, that ancient genetic programming remains hardwired into their DNA. When your dog licks your mouth or face, they are reenacting a deeply ingrained ancestral ritual. Beyond food gathering, licking in the pack structure serves as a critical social tool for maintaining harmony and showing respect. In a wolf pack or a multi-dog household, a subordinate or lower-ranking dog will often lick the muzzle of a more dominant, confident dog. This is the canine version of saying, "I respect you, I acknowledge your leadership, and I mean absolutely no harm." It is a submissive, appeasing gesture designed to diffuse tension and prevent conflict. When your dog licks your hands or face, especially when you have just walked into the room or changed your tone of voice, they might simply be reaffirming your status as the benevolent leader of their pack, assuring you that they are your loyal and cooperative companion. But the sensory world of a dog is fundamentally different from ours, and this brings us to one of the most fascinating hidden reasons for licking, which is chemical exploration. Humans experience the world primarily through sight, but dogs experience the world through scent and taste. A dog's nose is famously powerful, possessing up to 300 million olfactory receptors, compared to our measly 6 million. What many people do not realize is that a dog's sense of taste and smell are intimately connected through a specialized organ located in the roof of their mouth, called the vomeronasal organ, or Jacobson's organ. When your dog licks your skin, they are not just tasting you, they are gathering complex chemical data about where you have been, who you are with, and how you are feeling. Human skin is covered in a microscopic layer of sweat, sebaceous oils, and environmental particles. When your dog licks your arm, they can detect the microscopic remnants of the lunch you ate hours ago, the scent of the neighbor's cat you briefly petted, or the distinct chemical markers of the environment you just visited. Furthermore, this chemical analysis goes skin deep into your emotional state. When humans experience stress, anxiety, fear, or joy, our bodies release different hormones and chemical markers like cortisol or adrenaline, which are excreted in trace amounts through our sweat. Your dog can literally smell and taste your mood. If you have ever noticed your dog becoming intensely focused on licking your hands or face when you're feeling sad, stressed, or under the weather, they are reacting to the chemical shifts in your body, using their tongue to investigate and offer comfort. Speaking of comfort, licking is also a powerful self-soothing mechanism that triggers a literal chemical high in your dog's brain. When a dog licks, the repetitive rhythmic motion stimulates the release of endorphins and dopamine, which are the feel-good neurotransmitters responsible for pleasure and stress reduction. This means that licking is an active form of self-care for your dog. If they are feeling a little anxious, overwhelmed by a loud noise, or restless, they might turn to licking your skin, their own paws, or even the couch cushions as a way to calm their central nervous system. It functions similarly to how a human might bite their nails, twirl their hair, or engage in deep breathing exercises to manage stress. This psychological benefit creates a powerful positive reinforcement loop. Your dog feels stressed, they lick you, their brain releases calming chemicals, they feel better, and therefore they learn that licking you is an effective way to feel safe and happy. This brings us to another incredibly common reason that is purely functional. You simply taste delicious to them. Humans sweat, and human sweat is inherently salty. To a dog, your salty skin is an appealing, savory treat. This is especially true after you have wrapped up a workout, gone for a walk, or spent time cooking in the kitchen. If your hands carry the faint residual oils of garlic, meat, or spices, your dog's ultra-sensitive tongue will pick up on those micro-flavors instantly. To them, you are a walking, talking salt lick packed with intriguing flavors. While we often focus on what the dog is gaining from this behavior, we cannot overlook the fact that licking is one of the most effective tools a dog possesses to manipulate human behavior and demand attention. Dogs are master observers of human psychology. They know exactly how we react to their behaviors. Think about what happens when your dog walks up and gives your hand a big, wet lick. More often than not, you look down at them, talk to them in a high-pitched, happy voice, laugh, or reach out to scratch them behind the ears. Even if you react negatively by saying, "Gross, stop it," and pulling your hand away, you are still delivering exactly what your dog wanted, which is your undivided attention. In the canine world, negative attention is still attention. If your dog is feeling bored or ignored, a quick lick is a highly reliable way to press your attention button and get you to engage with them, whether that means a belly rub, a walk, or a treat. However, while the vast majority of dog licks are completely harmless, natural, and driven by instinct or affection, there is a dark side to this behavior that every responsible owner needs to monitor, which is compulsive licking driven by underlying medical issues or severe anxiety. When licking transitions from an occasional greeting or an exploration tool into an obsessive, unstoppable compulsion, it is no longer a cute quirk, it is a cry for help. If your dog licks you, themselves, or household surfaces continuously for long stretches of time, and you cannot easily distract them or get them to stop, they may be suffering from a medical condition. In many cases, obsessive licking is a primary indicator of physical pain or nausea. When a dog feels sick to their stomach, the physiological response often involves excessive salivation and a strong urge to lick surfaces or people to cope with the discomfort. Gastrointestinal distress, acid reflux, or dietary allergies can all trigger sudden bouts of intense licking. Alternatively, if a dog is experiencing chronic pain from arthritis or an underlying injury, they may use the endorphin-releasing power of licking to mask their physical suffering. If you notice a sudden, dramatic increase in your dog's licking habits, a trip to the veterinarian should always be your first step to rule out physical ailments. If medical issues are cleared, compulsive licking is typically diagnosed as a manifestation of severe anxiety or canine compulsive disorder, which is highly similar to obsessive compulsive disorder in humans. In these cases, the dog has become trapped in that endorphin-seeking loop, relying entirely on the repetitive motion of licking to cope with a chronic state of mental distress. This requires careful behavior modification, environmental enrichment, and sometimes professional guidance to help the dog find healthier ways to cope. So, how should you handle your dog's licking habits? If your dog's licking is moderate, gentle, and happens primarily during greetings or relaxing moments, there is absolutely no reason to stop it, provided you enjoy it. It is a beautiful, natural part of the bond you share. But if you find the wet kisses a bit too overwhelming or unhygienic, the best approach is consistent, calm redirection. Avoid yelling or pushing your dog away aggressively, as this can be misinterpreted as an exciting game or cause unnecessary anxiety. Instead, the moment the licking starts, quietly stand up, cross arms, and turn your back to your dog, completely removing your attention. Once they calm down and sit quietly, reward them with praise or a treat. This teaches them that licking makes the fun stop, while calm behavior brings the rewards. Ultimately, those wet, sloppy licks are a window into your dog's ancient heritage, their brilliant sensory mind, and their deep emotional connection to you. Whether they are decoding your day, soothing their own nerves, or simply showing you that you are the center of their universe, a dog's lick is a profound reminder of how deeply connected our two species truly are.